here, okay? Gonna give it a second. Lower this a little bit. There we go. What's good, gang, gang? Thank you so much, Copenhagen. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you. Thank you very, very much, okay? All right. So, I have a couple announcements. I'm going to give it a second because I know that, everybody's YouTube comes in slightly different. Thank you so much, Copenhagen. Thank you. I appreciate you. So I'm going to give it a second. What's good, BJ? This one's going to be super interesting. I want to give people a second, okay, to come on in because I don't want to keep repeating myself, okay? So let's just give it a second. So, as I have said before, what's good, Tamala? As I have said before, Sundays is usually my research day. What's good, P? Sundays is usually my research day. I did some videos yesterday. They were mostly for my private membership and my Patreon, okay? And I was going to do a live last night, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to focus on some restructuring, okay? I'm going to be restructuring the way I do things here. So I'm glad that you guys are here so we can talk about it. So, I'm going to be doing, I do the zodiac signs at least once a month, the full reading and the extended, right? And sometimes I throw in some extra zodiac sign readings in there too. But what I'm going to be doing is, because I kind of want to move away from just zodiac sign work, because I feel like where the real work is and the shadow work, or the inner child, your higher self, and I feel like this is more productive and will lead to more success, okay? So what I'm going to be doing, and I've been, kind of working towards that, is every day I do a live on a different situation, right? And Spirit told me today that Mondays is going to be called Mystical Mondays. And this is going to be the day of the week where we're going to concentrate on what Spirit might want to tell us or who these ancestors are or whatever. So today we're going to do an ancestor reading. Now, Tuesdays will be Talk to Me Tuesdays. This is for like no contact or, family, friend, or lover, right? Or let's say you're in a relationship, but you guys are not speaking. Talk to Me Tuesdays, all right? Wednesdays will be Witchy Wednesdays. We already have What's Good Wednesdays in the evening, okay? But Witchy Wednesdays, this will be days that we can do readings based on like what spiritual work Spirit wants us to do. Like maybe they might want a ritual, maybe they want us to carry a crystal. Okay, we're gonna get into that. And then This Is Us Thursdays will be committed readings. Okay, and the status of, committed relationships. And then Freaky Fridays will be what's coming in for the weekend, okay? So this is what it's going to be looking like. We're going to give this a test run. We're going to see how this does, all right? Now for today, I have already laid out some questions, okay? Love the concept. Thank you. So today we're gonna do, like I said, Mystical Mondays, okay? And let me explain how this particular reading, because every Monday it might be a different aspect, right? But this particular Monday, we're gonna look at 3 ancestors, okay? Now these 3 ancestors, what's good, Sugar Plum? These 3 ancestors, you could have all 3 of them. Okay, or it might be an ancestor and a spirit guide, right? But We're going to pull 3. You might have 1, you might have 2, you might have all 3. Take it how it resonates. Okay, this is a general reading. All right, so what we're going to start with is I am going to do the singing bowl because I want to call in the energy, all right? So if you like, you can, take a deep breath, all right? In through your nose, out through your mouth. And let's see if we can call in the energies, all right? Okay. So I'm going to start with a couple of oracle cards. And then, like I said, I will do 3 ancestors. And in this, we're going to be asking, who were they? What do they want you to know? What are they bringing to you? What would they like you to focus on? And what would manifest if you took their advice? Okay? So right now, let's just pull an oracle card. Let's see. Spirit, can you give me 3? 1 for each ancestor, please. Thank you. I have 2 more, Spirit. Thank you. Thank you. So you have gratitude for the first ancestor. Fill me with gratitude for all you give. May I be a vehicle for you everywhere you go. Now, what's good, Shamika? I feel like they're putting an emphasis on gratitude. I also feel like the more gratitude you give, the closer this energy, this particular ancestor comes to you. Okay, I feel like they're trying to assist you to go forward. Now, also, we have many ancestors and spirit guides among us, but we will have one that is the head guide. Okay, so we're going to talk about that too. All right. The second guide got liberation. The doubts and fears still come up. You don't believe anymore that they're you. The doubts and fears still come up. You don't believe anymore that they're you. Okay, so this ancestor, I'm already feeling, it's got a dragonfly on it. What's good, Cynthia? This card has a dragonfly. I'm feeling a feminine energy for the second ancestor. I feel like this ancestor is something about being free was very important to them. So they could have been, in slavery, or they could have been part of the suffrage movement for the feminines, all right? But I feel like there's some type of baton, okay, that's being passed here. This also could be something that has to do with, like, you could be very much like them in a particular thing, or there's something that you do, maybe your career or something. But I feel like they worked very hard to be liberated. I also feel like they're trying to liberate you, okay? Now, this third ancestor is self-love. Let the wall fall that separates me from my own vulnerable inner child. I long to take care of myself like never before. I feel like this person's journey was very much about self-love. And this person is in this ancestor is brought to you to help you overcome a particular aspect in your life that has to do with the way you look at yourself. So not all ancestors or spirit guides are there for, you know, everything that you do. Some ancestors, you know, like you have one guide that is attached to you no matter through the whole lifetime. Then you have ancestors that you've known or in your bloodline that are looking out for you. And then you have guides that come in for portions of your life, okay? So we're going to talk about it, all right? So I'm going to take a deck. And we're going to start looking at who they are. Spirit, can I get one card for the first ancestor, please? And can I get one card for the second ancestor, please? And can I get one card for the third ancestor, please? You have the Eight of Cups here. There are parts of your journey that have closed out that you don't recognize yet. Okay? Some of you could be moving, but all of you are moving on to a new chapter. Underneath that is the Page of Wands. You could have recently had a creative idea, and this Eight of Cups is bringing you to this. Also, this Page of Wands could be you filled with passion for like a new beginning, but you don't really know where it's coming from or how it's coming in. Okay? So, the next question we're going to ask is, what do they want you to know? One card for the first ancestor, Spirit, please. And what do they want? What does the second ancestor want them to know, please? Thank you. And one card for what the third ancestor wants them to know, please. Thank you. I'm just gonna, give me a second to organize this because we're gonna have a lot of cards out here in a minute, okay? And I wanna make sure there's no confusion. I'm almost dropping cards here. Let me move this singing bowl. And I just cleared off my desk and I just don't understand. Okay, next question is, what are they bringing to you? First ancestor spirit, what are they bringing to the collective? And the second ancestor, what are they bringing to the collective, please? And the third ancestor, one card, please. What are they bringing to the collective? What are they bringing to the collective, please? And the last question is, what would manifest if you took their advice? First ancestor spirit, what will manifest? What would manifest for the second ancestor? And what would manifest for the third ancestor? This is all about love. I feel like that has to do with that self-love, okay? For some of you, this has to do with the King of Pentacles, about being, you know, having wisdom about your journey, being self-sufficient, okay? Building something tangible and stable. With the Ten of Cups, your goal could be a happy life, happy wife, happy family. With the Two of Cups, okay? Underneath that, you could be looking for your soulmate. Maybe you feel like you found them, all right? So, we're gonna need several decks, but let's first get into the first ancestor, because I feel like we should do them singularly. First deck. The first ancestor, for who they were, they have the Strength card, okay? Why, Spirit? Too many. Can we do that again? First card, Spirit. Why is the Strength card here for who they were? One more. Okay. This first ancestor, this feels like a male. Okay, this ancestor had a mother who was very strong and may have had one son and 3 girls. Okay? This ancestor in their life, I feel like they went through something, some type of undue burden that was put on them. This made them feel emotionally insecure. Okay, this, I'm hearing teach me how to love. So this person had okay. So this person, this may have been, I'm getting someone who was suppressed, repressed. Okay, but was expected to handle, you know, it was like the only masculine. What's good, Jennifer? Feels like this person was the only masculine. Okay, I feel like this person may have had these feminines did a lot for them. Okay, so this masculine was expected to deal with like the masculine things, money or whatever. I feel like in this time period, okay, this feels like late 1800s, early like 1900s. This person lacked the education or the ability to make money, like the opportunities weren't there. I feel like something about this tainted the way they saw love. They felt less than in a relationship. I also feel like this person may have lacked the gratitude or giving of the gratitude. Okay, this person didn't know their father. Okay, they had a distorted view of what a giving relationship was. for what they want you to know. Did I miss a question here? Yes, I'll come back to that. They want you to know is the Eight of Wands. They've been trying to communicate something to you. Eight of Wands. Let me get one more. Okay, I'm starting to get a picture here. All right, so this person, they're emphasizing gratitude to you. What's good, Pink? They're emphasizing gratitude to you because in their lifetime, they had, this is a masculine, they had a lot of very strong feminines, all right? But there was a lot of burdens that they were not ready to take on. I feel like this person, you know, whether they had limited ability to go to school because maybe, you know, this is like, you know, if they were melanated, maybe there were no, you know, like there wasn't really high school or whatever. I feel like this was a limited education thing, but it was also because this person was expected to earn money. I feel like this person wanted to shirk responsibilities and like to go after things that felt good and passionate, okay? And they were slow to come into their own with the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, they were always, you know, looking for the Queen of Wands, okay? You know, flashy, you know, attractive women, okay? But they weren't really putting a lot of focus on where they needed to go. I feel like something happened though. Something happened with the mother. Okay? What are they bringing you is the Magician card. Why is the Magician card what they're bringing to the collective? So the Magician is manifestation or having all the tools. This person had all the tools, but it was the choices that they made, right? So I feel like this person, they are basically saying you have all the tools, right? Eight of Swords in reverse, okay? This person didn't use enough of their time being stuck in their heads. Sometimes we need to be stuck in our heads to examine our situation. This person, they might have relied on other things, you know, happening for them. They could have been jumping from partner to partner, right? But I feel like what they're saying is the wheel is about to turn. They wish they would have had another chance at, what's good, Tammy? At being the King of Swords, okay? Like using head over heart decisions and putting together plans. And I feel like this is what they're bringing you, okay? They're going to get you out of your head. They're giving you the tools to manifest here, to bring in what you want. But there's a thing of discernment and staying focused because this person wasn't, okay? So a lot of times we're also finishing the work of our ancestors. And I feel like this person is like saying like, in the line, you know, there could be something here about like the masculine only looking at one portion, like just being maybe a breadwinner, or they might be struggling to be a breadwinner, but there wasn't like a focus on like moving forward or building something. This is like always working for someone else, you know, odd jobs. Like they're like, focus. You could be the one to change the wheel. Okay, and I said to you that I had missed a question, which was, what would they like you to focus on? Okay, what they would like you to focus on is the Three of Wands, the future. Okay, there's an opportunity that's coming in. All right, and I feel like that's what they're telling you. You need to be focused and recognize that you have all the tools, all right, to get yourself out of a situation or to get out of your head and move a plan forward. Okay, Three of Wands. Why, Spirit? So this first ancestor is saying that, yes, you may be in a healing stage right now. Okay, but you need to have gratitude for what you do have. Okay, also there could be a Knight of Wands crossed here who's been coming in and out of your life, but I feel like what they're saying to you is no more, you know, because I feel like this person was moving like the Knight of Wands, right? So they're like, no more Knight of Wands energy. Focus on the direction that you want and head towards that. Okay, and what and then the last question, well, what would manifest if you took their advice? Spirit, why? One more. One more. What would happen if you took their advice? Okay, because this person, because they were always looking for someone to like fix something or make it right or something like that, it was like they let their magician tools go to waste. Okay, and with this Five of Pentacles, they found themselves out in the cold a lot. Okay, but you would build your own justice. Okay, no one could ever put you out in the cold. Here's the star. All right, Spirit is telling you, follow the star. Use the tools that has been given to you so that you always have your own. Okay, this is, you know, and you have liberation as the second one, and this feels like liberation as well, but more like liberation from needing, or liberation from like lack mentality, right? I also feel like this person felt like they couldn't achieve something, so they never really put themselves to it. So it feels like they're here to guide you to not let talents go to waste. Okay, to see what you should be grateful for. Okay, to teach you about what is of value. Okay, so let's look at this second ancestor. I want to get another deck to clarify this ancestor. And I'm going to get that one question that I forgot to ask. Spirit, what would they like them to focus on? Can we have that? Ancestor 2, thank you. So we talked about this ancestor talking about liberation, and I told you that I felt that it was a feminine with the dragonfly. Let me just get these cards organized. And get a different deck for this. What's good, Nelson? So for this ancestor, this feminine, she has the Tower in reverse with the Hermit. Also in reverse. I feel like this ancestor endured a lot of things. Endured a lot of shit. Okay, because they were trying to avoid a tower. Okay, this ancestor also had fear of being alone. Spirit, why is this tower here? This ancestor, let me get one more. This ancestor was melanated. This ancestor was on a plantation. This ancestor had a little like hut or house that was given to them by the master. The ancestor, you know, I don't want to say they had a relationship with this plantation owner, because actually it's rape, right? But they were the lover to this master. Okay, the Nine of Wands, they were actually repulsed by this master. It was very traumatic for them. Okay, it felt like a death every time. But they had a child to this master. There's the Devil. The Hermit is here in reverse, and we're going to talk more because she's showing me a lot. The Hermit is here in reverse. So she did not have her freedom. Okay. And she feared running away because the Five of Wands. Okay, she had 5 boys. She had 5 boys. These 5 boys, they respected her very much. She was very beautiful. She herself was a product of rape. She had soft, short, curly hair. This made the like the masters and the overseers be very drawn to her. She's saying that several of her sons were sold away. She's saying that there was one particular child there was one particular child that was a little stronger or like bigger, and this son did not want to succumb, or would not succumb, and he was beaten publicly. There was another one that was younger. I feel like she tried to leave with the younger one, and this is why she chose this card. Because when she tried to liberate herself, He burned the house down with the others. So, what do they want you to know? Five of Swords. I mean, Six of Swords. With the Five of Swords. And it's here with the Four of Wands in the same position. So this is Six of Swords. It's like she's saying that in her lifetime, she maybe could have went to calmer waters earlier, but like the other children, she would have had to leave the other children behind, which she ended up doing, but it cost at a great cost, right? I feel like he sent someone looking for her. He sent someone looking for her. She felt like she could never get out from underneath him. He gave her to someone. Four of Wands, Spirit. He punished her by giving her to someone that he knew. Ace of Cups in reverse. Had no compassion. I mean, he didn't have much either. Why is this a Justice card here? So she was towards the end of slavery. And so when the law was passed that she was free, she never felt that she was. At this point, all her children were gone. What is she bringing you as the Emperor? Spirit, why? One more. She wants you to have a certain amount of power or freedom that she did not have in her life. Okay, she wasn't allowed to save money. She couldn't hold on to her 5 children. She's showing 4 here, so something happened to a particular one. I feel like that one was still around her, but it was different. It was something about not being able to communicate with this child. This child, the one that she tried to take, was not his. That's why. It was to someone that she actually loved, but she couldn't protect the child. Okay, she couldn't protect the child with the Two of Cups here. She wants that to be different for you. If you have ever been with a controlling partner, this upsets her greatly. Okay, she wants you to be your own emperor. Okay, what would she like you to focus on? That when you collaborate with somebody, wow. That when you collaborate with someone, that you have your healthy boundaries up, okay? And that you see that they're giving to you equally. Okay, you got the Three of Pentacles twice with the Seven of Wands. Healthy boundaries, okay? Two of Swords. And that you always see things for what they are. Okay? And what happens if you take her advice is the Ace of Swords. Spirit, why is that? One more. So that you would have clarity and knowledge. Look at all those books. I know it's heartbreaking. Okay? She never knew what it felt like really to be able to be passionate about what she wanted. Okay? She was not allowed to be creative or to explore her options and be her own woman, okay? And I feel like she's saying, you know, if there's something you want to go back to school for, like learn many things. Learn. And it's not surprising that somebody who was on the plantation would say that when it was like illegal to learn how to read, right? She's saying knowledge is power, right? Page of Cups. Now she's talking about generational curses. Okay? And strange fruit. Okay? So what she's saying is that her staying didn't help their outcome and that she's sorry. She regrets that every day. Okay, she's like, concentrate on what it is that you want to manifest, and I'm giving you the pentacle to do it. Okay, be your own King of Wands. Go after what you want. Don't be afraid of that lion. She's helping. She's also saying that women in that time period could never have imagined the opportunities that we have, that we need to look at it from another perspective. Okay? That's what Ancestor 2 wants to say. I'm going to need a third deck for Ancestor 3. Give me one second. Now let me take that one card that I was missing for that question first before we get started. Spirit. And what would they like, what would Spirit 3 like us to focus on? Can you show me? Thank you. So let's look at Ancestor 3, please. Hey, Maddie. For Ancestor 3, who they were, they have the Knight of Wands with the Judgment card and the Four of Swords. Spirit, why is this Knight of Wands here? The Knight of Wands with the Magician cross and the Fool cross. This knight had many creative ideas. This is a masculine. This masculine had many ideas. This person was also spiritual. Okay, with the Magician crossed here, they had an apprentice. I feel like either their mother or their father, they're correcting me, said grandmother. Their grandmother was a herbalist or something like that. So they had a lot of training. Okay, this person had some type of standing. They're saying mestizo, mestizo, mestizo. So this person was Caribbean. So mestizo means that their slave owners were Spaniards. They were mixed, maybe indigenous with Spaniard. This person, they were born after all of that. Okay, this person is saying that liberation already happened where they were. This person is saying that they were uninterested in learning these gifts. Okay, the Fool cross, they were very comfortable. Okay, they could have owned some land. This person didn't want to take on like the family vein or something. Okay, this person wanted to do their own thing. Okay, Judgment. This person, they had their own ideas, okay, their own plans for their future with the Seven of Pentacles here. Clarifying this Judgment. It was a final decision. This person decided that they, should go out on their own. Okay? With the Eight of Coins, this person, they were not interested in magic per se. They wanted to learn, they're saying blacksmith. This is very early. This is very early. Okay, Page of Staffs. This person, they took on an apprenticeship. Okay. So it was almost, there's a lot of independence here. It doesn't look bad. It feels like this person, even though they didn't want to learn the trade, like they wanted to break off and do their own thing. Now, the person that they went to learn from, okay, this person was like married. But he might have been like, let's say that the person that they were learning from was married to a wealthy woman. Okay, was married to a wealthy woman. Okay, so even though he was learning the trade from this man, Even though he was learning the trade from this man, the feminine, who was really like the one who owned things, like she treated this person like an indentured servant, and this person was actually like, they could have been like, you know, they could have had some standing. Okay, this second time I'm telling, it's like this child was like not privileged or maybe not rich, but well considering to like their counterparts. Okay, but they chose to go off and break out in their own what they wanted to do, and this woman was very mean to them. Okay, with the Knight of Swords, they learned to not be reactive. To not be reactive, okay? Four of Swords is also here in this position. Why, Spirit? Okay, because they were juggling. You see how privileged this person was? Okay, they were juggling, you know, and also trying to do their own healing internally, but they were juggling, you know, their emotions, like not to respond, because this person was not raised to like take shit from other people, right? With the Temperance card, they knew that what they were gaining was more valuable than what they were enduring. Like they felt like it was just a matter of time before they could take this knowledge. And I feel like what it was too was like there was something about the family, basically, like how could you not follow in this lineage? But they also wanted to show their family, like make them proud, okay? So they dealt with things. Now, for what they want you to know is the Lovers, okay? Now, remember, their card is self-love, okay? So, and it seems like they took on a journey for that, okay? The Lovers. So there was some type of choice that was put before them that was more than just the choice of like leaving their family behind. Okay, there's two things coming here. Okay, this is something that happened. It was a crossroads that happened at a particular point in time. I feel like the masculine that was teaching them died. Okay, I also feel like right before that, they met a feminine. This feminine that they met was a darker skinned Caribbean person. This put them at odds with the feminine that owned the property. I feel like this feminine employed people that she thought maybe could pass. I feel like once this feminine came into number 3's life, she told him to leave because the masculine had passed and she didn't want that dark woman on her property. She gave him a choice, basically, like you can stay here and continue your work, or you can, you know, but never bring her back. And he refused to do that. That's what it looks like, but we're going to find out in a minute. That's what it looks like to me. So I feel like this thing about what are they bringing you? You know, the Queen of Pentacles is all about what you value. Choose what you value or what you want to be, okay? Don't fear being left out in the cold. You're strong enough to make your own way. Love yourself enough to know that, right? With the, what are they bringing to you is the Eight of Pentacles and the Devil. Spirit, why is this Eight of Pentacles here? The Eight of Pentacles is being clarified by the Nine of Swords. Spirit, can I get one more? This Eight of Pentacles is being clarified by the Nine of Swords. You know, there's something here about working on what you love, not what brings you anxiety, or doing what you love, or being with whom you love so that you can be happy. Okay, Three of Cups. So he's also saying here the thing about, like, he didn't regret breaking away, even though it meant years before he was able to maintain for himself. He's saying 9 years, 9 swords, 9 years. You see how tired he was? Okay, but in the end, he celebrated. I feel like this is when he returned to his family, showing them what he had achieved. Okay, he came back with a wife and 2 children. Okay, the Devil is here in the same position. So this Eight of Coins is talking about, like, you know, work at what you love, whether this is a relationship or whatever. Always choose, you know, don't worry about, you know, not having enough, right? Right? Because you could work at something, you could work at something all your life, give your whole life to something that's toxic or binding or abusive, right? And never reach the 10 of Cups. It's here in reverse, right? With the 4 of Swords, never take, you know, you could make money and yet never have a day's peace because it wasn't what you were supposed to do. Right? So what's that saying that it says, you know, if you do what you love, you never work a day in your life? Okay, have hope and faith. I also feel like, yeah. I also feel like across his journeys, he realized that his spirituality was more important than what he thought it was. Hierophant on the bottom of the deck. I feel like when he returned, he began to study at that point, but it was like he had to do something first that he had to get out of his system. Okay, the High Priestess, I feel like this is the grandmother. Okay. But he found his own way to be the emperor is what he's saying. Like he could have did what they said, right? But he could have been successful at it. But it would have been an annoying thing inside of him. There was something that he had to learn for himself. Okay, something that he wanted to create or birth or something like that. And, you know, maybe, you know, they might have thought he was crazy, but he thought it was a mission in self-love. Okay, now what would they like you to focus on? You have the 10 of Wands, Spirit, why? So many, Spirit. Again, because if you're doing what you love, you see how busy this person is? It will never feel like you betrayed yourself. Okay? 3 of Coins, all right? You will find people who will want to collaborate with you according to, you know, like let's say you're a writer, right? But your parents wanted you to be a doctor. You will come into contact with people who are like-minded, who will want to collaborate with you, right? Don't betray your own dreams, okay? It's an act of self-love, okay? You got the 6 of Coins here. It's okay to feel some obligation towards the people around you, but you have to put in as much into yourself as you do into others. 7 of Wands, healthy boundaries. 8 of Cups, right? Knowing when it's time to, you know, leave home or branch out on your own, or whoever's not giving to you and the collaboration's not feeding your soul, it's okay to walk away. You got the Wheel of Fortune. This is what you would manifest if you took their advice. You know, you got with this Wheel of Fortune, it's like you can turn the wheel. You can manifest what you want. All you got to do is make the decision. Don't hold back with the 4 of Pentacles from what you really want for yourself, okay? Page of Coins. You have what it takes. I feel like you go from the Page of Coins to the King of Cups. The Page of Coins is the Apprentice, and then the Ace of Staffs, okay, the Passion, and the King of Cups. You can love what you do. Go after it. Learn all of your days. Don't let anybody hold you back by what they think you should be doing. There will always be naysayers. Do not miss opportunities because of them, okay? Don't let your fears hold you back. Okay, let's see if they want to tell us anything else before we get up out of here. This has already been a pretty long reading. Is there anything else they want to tell us? Okay. Gratitude, liberation, and self-love. This is what they're trying to bring you. Okay, great fortune and privileged lady. They see the potential of not only in you, but in the time that we live in now. Things that were closed to them. Okay, many of these people, you know, they never married, or the third one did, but the other 2 didn't, right? You can have all of this. Look at this. Great fortune, privileged lady, marriage, and high honor. That's what they want for you. The things that were closed for them, they lived in poverty. They give you the gift of freedom so that you can bring forth the change. I love this message. Okay, so that's pretty much what I have for you guys. Okay, so quickly I'm just gonna say again, all right, for those of you that came in later, we have, can we get the likes to equal out, please? We have here Mystical Mondays will be messages from spirit or our ancestors. Sorry, I'm trying to turn the page here. Tuesdays will be Talk to Me Tuesdays. These are for relationships that are in no contact. Okay. Witchy Wednesdays, rituals, crystals, and herbs. Okay. And this is us Thursdays for commitments, okay? And then Freaky Fridays, what's popping for the weekend, all right? So we're gonna try this out. We're gonna see how this works. Y'all let me know what your feedback is on this, all right? And I'm wishing you all light and love and blessings on blessings. Namaste, gang, gang.